Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with a new feature I wanted to try out for the last couple of games this season and potentially move into next season called our bite-sized preview, where we'll take a little bit of a look at the upcoming game, go through some match stats, go through probable lineups, and some fun facts around that fixture as we go. Yeah, obviously, we do live shows where we cover a little bit more detail, but just wanted to do a little bit of a snapshot of the game and move forward on that. So, before we get into it, please make sure you are hitting the subscribe button and hitting the like button. We have surpassed 1,450 subscribers. So please, your likes and subscriptions really do help the channel. If you would like to become a member as well for just $1.99 a month, less than a third of a cost of a pint, then you can support the channel even further and hit the join button on the channel and become a member and an official Villa Park Pod follower. So the support has been amazing. Thank you so much for that. But if you do want to support us further, like, subscribe, and potentially join as a member. So let's get into it. Obviously, coming up on Saturday is Aston Villa, sorry, Liverpool against Aston Villa at Anfield, the final away game of the season for Aston Villa, and we are well in with a shout of certainly seventh place. Need quite a few results to go our way for sixth place. And in the meantime, we could stop Liverpool's charge or halt Liverpool's charge for the Champions League. So there is a lot riding on this game. Liverpool are on the back of 7 wins in a row. Villa got their back on track with a victory against Tottenham on Saturday, where they won 2-1. So teams in form. Jurgen Klopp has paid Villa utmost respect. Says we are massively in form, which we are since Unai Emery took over. Obviously, Emery got nominated for Manager of the Season as well, which shows that we need to be respected in this fixture, and it's not going to be, I think, as easy as maybe some people are potentially claiming. Let me know in the comments your kind of thoughts on overall on the game. Let's go into the probable lineups first. So I'll just bring up probable lineups. We did ours yesterday, but but this is what FOTMob is saying. So Liverpool first, they're looking at a lineup of Alisson Becker in goal, Robertson, Van Dijk, Kanate, and Alexander Arnold in that right back slot. Although we do know he likes to move into that midfield position, which seems to be quite the fashion at the moment with some of the top bigger clubs. Curtis Jones, who got 2 against Leicester in midfield with Fabinho and Jordan Henderson, and then Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah as the front 3. Villa, as we know, very straightforward backline. They're looking like here. Martinez, Ashley Young will continue at right back according to this. Ezri Konsa, Tyrone Mings, Alex Moreno at left back. Then a midfield of McGinn, Kamara, Louise, and Ramsey. So Kamara coming back into there. Obviously, Villa playing that more box type of midfield. And then Emi Buendia supporting Ollie Watkins up front. Now, I don't really have too many arguments to that. There might be a case for Leon Bailey, maybe. 1 or 2 people have that. There might be a case for Matty Cash to come in at right back. 1 or 2 people have mentioned that. And also the potential of Luca Dean coming in at left back. But again, you guys let me know your thoughts on that. Whatever happens, it's going to be a tough game and one where I think Villa will look to frustrate and maybe try and catch on the break, which has been some of the usual tactics of Emery, particularly in away games. We're looking for our 6th away win of the season. A quick look at the stats and the head-to-heads around the game. Anfield hasn't generally been a happy hunting ground for Villa. Obviously, we've got 1 or 2 big results that we've had in the past. The 3-1 victory, where we talk about the goal from Weimann under Paul Lambert, which comes to mind. We did win 1-0 in 2014, where Gabby Agbonlahor scored, which is our last win at Anfield. We've played each other 55 times in the Premier League. We've drew 10. We've only won 6 times away from home, and they've won 16 times at home. Recent meetings, not a pretty reading, to be honest. Generally tight games, other than the 7-2 victory that we had, which I'll come on to a little bit more later. But yeah, lost 3-1 earlier this season on Boxing Day, the game after the return back after the World Cup. and then 2-1 defeat last season, and a 1-0 defeat last season as well. And previously to that, 2-1 defeat at Anfield, and the big 7-2 victory in lockdown. And then looking at the form guide, Liverpool on the back of 5 consecutive victories, 3 clean sheets in that as well in a row. Villa off the back of 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats. Not too many goals conceded, which is a positive there for Villa. Only conceded 4 goals in the last 5 games, even though results haven't been amazing. But again, not scoring too many either. So same again, scored 4 goals in that time period. The season so far, obviously Liverpool in 5th position at the minute, Villa in 8th. Liverpool have won 19 games, Villa have won 17, drawn 8 for Liverpool, 6 for Villa. They have lost 9 games, Liverpool, so it's not amazing. 8 of those have been away from home, though they have only lost 1 game at home. They do score just under 2 goals per game on average, and only concede just over 1 goal. So look, it is going to be a tough ask. A lot of their goals, they have scored 9 in the game against Bournemouth. They scored 4 against Tottenham. So when they do score, they kind of do score in bunches. It is going to be a tough game. Both teams have kept reasonable amount of clean sheets: 12 for Villa, 14 for Liverpool. So look, defenses aren't. Villa have been good since Emery's come in terms of defense, and Liverpool, they have conceded goals in games, but 14 clean sheets is still pretty decent. So Mo Salah with 19 goals, Liverpool's top goal scorer. Ollie Watkins, obviously Villa's top goal scorer, with 14. Interesting enough, Roberto Firmino is the next best at Liverpool with 9 Premier League goals. So obviously they've had injury problems and whatever, but not a huge amount of players topping the goal scoring charts. We've been used to having Salah and Mane right at the top, with Firmino contributing even more. Interesting to see there that not so many. And Mo Salah, again, topping the assist charts, with Trent and Andy Robertson behind, which isn't too much of a surprise considering, Liverpool like to get the ball wide and get the fullbacks high. And obviously Trent's been pushing into midfield. Van Dijk with the highest number of passes, followed by Trent again, and then Tyrone Mings in there in 3rd. And then tackles, Villa topping those charts with Louise, Ramsey and McGinn. So some going to be some interesting battles in that midfield area. As I say, Liverpool have been plagued with quite a few injury problems, so some of their stats might be kind of skewed on that basis. A few little facts to finish off, some fun facts. Obviously, head to head, like I said before, it hasn't been a happy hunting ground for Villa. We've lost on the last 4 occasions, Premier League visits to Anfield, since that 1-0 win in September 14 where Gabby scored. Liverpool have won 9 of the past 10 league meetings. Obviously, the big exception being the 7-2 defeat at Villa Park, in which Ollie Watkins bagged a hat-trick. And interesting enough, Watkins has got 5 Premier League goals against Liverpool, more than against any other opponent. He hasn't scored in his past 5 appearances. However, Liverpool is his happy hunting ground for him. He always gives Van Dijk a tough game. So let's hope Watkins can end his mini goal drought, but also continue his run against Liverpool. It's Liverpool's longest winning streak since a 10-match streak between January and April last year. They're 7 wins. Their only defeat in the last 41 home league games was a 2-1 defeat against Leeds. And Mo Salah has scored in 9 consecutive home games in all competitions, and that's a record for any Liverpool player. Good news for Villa is that they need 1 more win to equal the Premier League club record of 18 in the 38-match season, which was in 95-96, sorry. And they're guaranteed a top 10 Premier League finish for the first time in 12 years. We've only won, though, our last away league fixture in just the 2 of the past 20 seasons, which was against Spurs in 2021 and Arsenal in 2011. And however, Unai is averaging 1.96 points per game at Villa, and it's the 3rd best rate of any manager to take charge of at least 10 matches in the Premier League this season, and it's only behind Pep and Mikel Arteta. So look, the form suggests that Liverpool should win this game, in terms of our previous performances at Anfield. However, we know what Unai Emery is like with breaking records. We know we know what he's like about hoodoos. The third kit hoodoo got us our first away win this season, 5 away wins in a row. He's got to get the away kit hoodoo out of the way this season. So can he do it on the final Premier League away game of the season for Villa? I've said a 2-2 draw. If you check out our match preview from last night, which will be Thursday night, I said a 2-2 draw. I would take a draw. I'd absolutely love a win. I will be there at Anfield cheering on the boys. So if anyone's watching this and wants to come and say hello, please do. It was great to be at Villa Park, seeing some people who watch the podcast and meeting them. So if anyone's at Anfield, come and say hello. That is it for me, for the bite-sized preview. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you do want to become a member, as I said before, it's just $1.99 a month. We are on 12 members so far. We're going to do our first prize draw at 25 members. So hit that join button. But most importantly, like, subscribe, hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. And as always, follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.